Hello everyone, and welcome back to Conquer the Frontier at the New Frontier. We've reached episode number 7, and we are in July, and the sunshine is out. It's rather hot, 27 degrees, and you'll notice a nice golden change behind Nordic and I. We have got a lovely field of oats that is ready to harvest now. Fantastic. This is looking lovely and golden. Let's take a quick little look closer. We can see the lovely oat crop on the end there. So we have got to harvest this today to really sort of make the best out of the crop. We could leave it till next month, but it's going to be best if we can crack on and get this harvested. So that means Nordic and I have got a bit of a mission today, which is to buy a means to harvest this field. We've got a combine harvester in mind, and the harvester and the header is going to cost us about 32,000. So we have got to raise some money yet again. But the good news is we have a little pile of Lodgepole pines that is left here from last time. So we're going to get that loaded up. Plus, I think there are a tree or two that Nordic chopped down last time. Yes, I can see one right there ahead of me on its side. And those need to be winched out. So Nordic is going to grab the tractor and the winch. I'm going to head back to the shack to grab the axe, as I always seem to forget it. We'll be chopping the logs down to size, and then Nordic will be getting them loaded up, selling that wood. We'll raise the money, and then we can buy a harvester to crack on with the oat harvest. Rusty axe, and we can shut up the shack. We are probably going to have to upgrade our shack fairly soon, because it's still very primitive, and I think we could probably find something a little bit more comfortable now. Okay, Nordic is in the trees. He's getting ready to winch out. We'll be chopping down to size, and we can get this load over to the sawmill. Okay, well, Nordic and I have loaded up a load each, and yeah, it was a bit hard picking up those logs from the ground there, but we've got it done. So, oh, I've gone to the wrong side. We will hop in with Nordic. He's going to take us down to the sawmill and we'll get this sold. Good news is that we've reached 32,000 already, but we thought it probably safe to load another load's worth just so we've got a bit of extra cash in the old coffers in case we need it. So we'll go drop this load off, get that sold. We will probably then see about buying the harvester, and I'm hoping that we might actually be able to just fix the header, although I don't know if we're going to need a header trailer. It might just be that the header stays on the combine, so we don't need to worry about any header trailer logistics, but we are going to need to empty our trailer that's got the wood chips in, so we have space for the oats to go in whilst we are harvesting. So yeah, we might have to nip off to the farm shop to just get those sold. We'll top up the heating plant if it needs it, but let's head on to the sawmill. Sawmill reached. Nordic is doing the usual U-turn, and we can hop out and get ready to get this sold. It would actually be handy if this sawmill had a complete drive-through section here where the unload is, so you can just drive straight through. Right, here we go. Ooh, another 12,000. So we're up to 44,000, which is perfect. Excellent. We'll hop back in. Plan is Nordic is going to drop us off at the shop on the way back through. We can buy the harvester and the header, and then he's going to go grab the trailer with the wood chips, bring that back to sell at the farm shop, and we can then both return with an empty trailer and a brand new harvester. Alright, here we go. Thank you very much, Nordic. We will hop out here and see you later. Right, let's get the harvester purchased, shall we? So the harvester we are going for is this Massey Ferguson 3640. It's 100 horsepower, and it's got a hopper size of 3,800 litres. And it's a fairly basic harvester. We have got the cabin attachment selected, otherwise it's just a little sunroof visor on there. And yeah, I can't see a hitch on the back, so probably just going to have the header attached to the front all the time. It's only a slim header, so that's going to be fine. Let's buy this. And it's accompanied by this 4.5 meter cutter header for 5,800. So here it is in all of its glory, the Massey Ferguson 3640. Let's hop in. Quite basic, it's a bit old-fashioned, but let's start it up. Fired right into life. And oh, it's got a bit of a whine on the reverse, but that's okay. Let's line up with the header and get that attached. There we go. Oh, not very well lined up, but here we go. We can attach the header. Fantastic. I can see Nordic is on his way back, but look at this. Our first harvester. Fantastic. We'll give Nordic a 2. Excellent. Right, we will shut her down, and we're going to hop in with Nordic so we can go sell the wood chips. And we'll see how much we can add back in terms of money from this 2,800 litres of wood chips. Probably not going to be very much, but every little helps. Wood chips going in. Oh, 829. Not going to shy away from that. Okay, Nordic and I were just deliberating as to who is going to do what first, but yes, Nordic wants to get out and take a look at the harvester. Isn't it grand, Nordic? Yes, yeah. Very smart. It's quite basic, but I think it's going to be a good starting out harvester. What do you think? Very nice. Right, well, we're going to hop in it. And Nordic is going to drive the pickup back, so let's get it started up. And we can head off. Nordic is speeding off. We'll have to watch out for the bushes. Don't want to be hitting those, or any trees, thank you very much. Don't want to dent our new harvester. It's got a very interesting drive sound on this harvester. It's got a bit of a whine to it, which is quite interesting. Just about fits through the gaps where we've got trees either side of the track, but we've made it back. Fantastic. So the auger pipe is on the left hand side, which means we are going to have to harvest the field towards the left, and Nordic is just switching over to the tractor there, so he's got the tractor pulling the trailer. I think we'll start up this end. There we go. Right, and I'm just going to get everything ready and geared up. Right, we are ready to rock and roll, so let's unfold the harvester. I think, is there any unfolding to do? No, it's just switching it on and lowering the header away. I think it has got the making of straw enabled already. So there we go. That is laying a nice straw swath for us. Straw is the byproduct of this. So yeah, fascinating. Our very first harvest underway. It is exciting times on our new frontier farm. So I think we're going to do a couple of headlands and then maybe a row or two, and then we'll be switching over halfway for Nordic to have a go. And there we go. Nordic has just collected the last slither, so we can pull in alongside to completely empty the hopper. And I think it's fair to say that the yield has been pretty good. We've got, what is that? 5,126 litres. 67% of our trailer. That is pretty good for our first field. And quite an achievement, actually, to be harvesting our very first field on a brand new frontier farm, where we started with pretty much nothing, no money, just to pick up axes and the land that we have before us. So yeah, I think that's pretty impressive. Episode 7, our first harvest. So we are making some good progress. I'm liking the trajectory that Nordic and I are on. It's pretty good going. Right, I think what I'm going to do is park the tractor here, and Nordic and I have a plan that we will take the trailer with the oats to the farmer's market later to sell it, so that is good. I'm going to hop back in the pickup that I was in. You would have noticed I did some windrowing, and that was after Nordic's idea to basically consolidate the swaths, because they are quite thin and sort of far between, and merging two into one will help with less passes on the forage wagon. So Nordic is grabbing the forage wagon as we speak. So I'm going to resume doing the windrowing to combine the rows. And unfortunately, the width of the windrow is just a little bit too shy. So it means that we have to kind of do two passes, as it were, to merge one row. Because that's kind of on my limit here with how much width I've got. And it's not quite making a compacted row. So yeah, I need to go down one way and come back on myself to consolidate that row. But the windrowing is much faster than the forage wagoning is going to be, so we are basically saving time for Nordic that he has to spend doing forage wagoning. He better be careful though, because that forage wagon does like to roll away on itself. Right, let's get this forage wagoned up, and yeah, better not go too fast, otherwise we'll end up with straw everywhere. Nordic is driving the mountain of straw that has been loaded up into the Kverland Tarap. My, oh my, it is quite an interesting sight. It looks like there really are some straight edges on that are keeping it in, which is good, thank goodness. And yeah, Nordic's going to head off. We're going to get that sold straight away to the farmer's market. So I'm going to hop in the pickup and we will follow him. I didn't really need to park up the pickup there, but yes, never mind. Onward we go, and we'll see how much we get for our straw. That is obviously a welcome bonus. Actually, I've been a complete idiot and forgot that we've got some oats to sell as well. Can't forget about the oats. So let me grab them, and we will have to race to catch up to Nordic. I think we'll be alright, because we're in the quite speedy pickup. Picking up some speed through here. Gonna have to watch out for the old trees. And we've caught up with Nordic. Here we go. Yeah, that is quite the load of straw. I could give Nordic a little bit of a helping shunt. Left turn into the farmer's market. And yeah, I think the locals are quite shocked with just how much straw we have got. And also that we've come with a good supply of oats. Nordic is emptying the straw in there now. The money is cranking up, and there's still a lot to unload. $1,700 from that load of straw, and considering that's a byproduct, that is pretty good going. Time to see how much we can get from our oats. 3,924. That is pretty good going. Obviously, I didn't check if it was the optimal time to sell oats, but the main reason for selling both the straw and the oats is that we don't really have anywhere to store those goods at the moment. For the straw, to store it, we would need a hayloft, or we would need a baler to be able to put under a shed. and to store the oats or any grain we would need a silo, and all of those things cost quite a bit of money. So yeah, I think we're going to be selling a lot of our loose goods that we can't easily stash away, and once we have enough funds to buy a grain silo or a hayloft, then we can change tactic and start to make better use of those things, because certainly with oats we could buy or build a small grain mill and use that to make flour, and then we could use that flour to make bread in a bakery. So the plan is to try and utilize as much of the creation ourselves, because it does further the profitability. But let's head on back to the farm, and I think the plan is, with the rest of the time we have today, is to do some more grass work in hopefully a easier patch than last time. So I think Nordic has eyed up the section to the right for mowing, which is land that we do own, which is pretty good, and it looks to have a good quality of grass in it. The problem we had last time is some of the grass was quite weedy, so it wasn't actually mowing, but hopefully we can improve that. Okay, for the time being the trailer can go back over where we are going to need it to restock with wood chips eventually, so we can leave that there. And then what we'll do is grab the windrower again, so we can do the windrowing alongside Nordic, who's going to do the mowing. Finishing just in time for Nordic's return. He has got the forage wagon now. He had to pop off to the garage to fuel up as the Massey was flashing red. And there we go. We have finished up the windrowing. Did a fairly neat job there. The headland swath is quite large because I think it was actually 3 rows that condensed into 1. But I think that should be absolutely fine for Nordic to collect up. He is foraging that now. There we go. Nordic has collected that all up, so quite a successful grass operation there, and much neater than last month's, where we had a couple of very small patches to mow and collect. So the plan is we are going to get that dropped off into our little makeshift silage bunker here. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see just how much we collected up last time. I can't quite recall how much it was. It is... oh, 10,842 litres, and I think within here, Nordic has got 8,918 litres. There we go. Oh god, that's made quite a dent, because it's quite heavy. There we go. We need to compact it anyway. We will see how much we have got in total once Nordic has unloaded. 19,635 litres, and it's 24% compacted. Well, we are going to have to get on to the compacting at some point soon, and we might have to shunt a bit of the grass back in because it seems to have drifted out on this edge. That's not a huge problem. Well, what a valiant day it has been. Nordic and I did the harvesting after purchasing our fantastic new harvester. And not forgotten that we've got some greenhouse goods to sell. I think we're going to wait till the best price time, where the farmers market will pay the most for the majority of the goods. And the plan is that we are probably going to need to drill our next crop in this field. Probably winter wheat or barley, something that we'll plant in autumn that will grow mildly over winter and then be ready sort of earlier in the next crop season. But Nordic and I are also thinking that we need to build our next field. So yeah, we need to select a place for that. But here we go. Fantastic that we've been able to get our first harvester and achieve the first harvest of the new Frontier farm. But that is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you've got any tips, tricks, or things you'd like us to do, then feel free to leave a comment and check out Nordic's channel for his perspective of today's session. All that's left to say is I hope to see you again next time on the New Frontier, or Conquer the Frontier. And until then, catch you later. Cheers all. Bye bye.